Superstar entrepreneur Elon Musk, the mastermind behind Tesla and SpaceX, has been working hard on his newest baby, Starlink. I'm the Market Monkey, and in this video we're going to learn more about the Starlink project and why you should consider investing in this new venture. What is Starlink? Elon Musk's ultimate goal with the project is to bring the broadband internet to the general public, even in the most remote areas on Earth. To achieve this, he plans on creating a satellite constellation of approximately 12,000 satellites that will provide global coverage with minimal interference to other satellites. The service advertises speeds of up to 500 megabits per second and latencies as low as 20 milliseconds. When did this start? According to Musk, the idea for Starlink was first introduced in early 2014. The first imaging satellite was launched in March 2017. The first 60 satellites were launched in April of the same year, and as of March 2022, there are about 1,800 operational Starlink satellites in orbit. SpaceX expects to complete launching its initial constellation of approximately 4,600 satellites by 2024. Who's involved in the Starlink project? Elon Musk can't take all the credit for getting the project off the ground. The project is spearheaded by SpaceX and its parent company, The Boring Co. Other supporting companies include Lilium Aviation, a company based in Germany, Fugro, a Dutch aerospace research and development firm, Hisdesat, a Spanish satellite fleet operator, and Via Satellite Corporation, the operator of SatMex, one of the world's leading private satellite fleets. What is SpaceX doing? The operations for Starlink are run out of SpaceX's headquarters in Hawthorne, California. SpaceX is currently developing and testing today's satellites in-house. The company plans on soon transitioning to a model in which third-party manufacturers are building the satellites. However, SpaceX will still be in charge of putting them into orbit. How much will Starlink cost? During its beta in 2021, Starlink said that some pre-orders could take as long as 6 months to fulfill. The cost of the service is billed at $99 per month, plus taxes and fees, and an additional payment of $499 for the mountable satellite dish and router that you'll need to install at home. What are the risks? Just like any new project, Starlink has its share of risks. The most significant risk of the project is the possibility of running out of funding. However, after conducting a recent round of investor funding, it's unlikely that SpaceX will run out of money anytime soon. The company also has a contract with the US government for its launches, which is worth $2.6 billion. So SpaceX and all the projects linked should be fine for the foreseeable future. Is it a good idea to invest in Starlink? The satellite industry is a vast market, and Starlink will undoubtedly significantly affect it. It's not unreasonable to think that the payoff will be substantial. According to estimates provided by Goldman Sachs Group Inc., Starlink could bring in as much as $80 billion in revenue within 10 years. The company predicts that the total market for satellite companies will increase from $300 billion today to $1 trillion by 2025. The satellites themselves are also valuable. Several companies are already willing to pay a hefty price to get their hands on them. For example, OneWeb, a company building its space-based internet system, paid $2.3 billion for the rights to launch 900 satellites from SpaceX. The company plans on launching these satellites over the next few years. OneWeb is not alone in purchasing this kind of equipment. In December, SES, a satellite fleet operator, acquired a batch of satellites from Space Systems Loral for $1.8 billion. The satellites will provide SES with coverage of African and Latin American users. The market for satellite services is also getting bigger. According to Cohen & Co., the entire global satellite market was $235 billion in 2016. The market could grow to as much as $400 billion within the next few years. When will the Starlink IPO happen? SpaceX is a well-known and reputable company. The company has vast experience in the space industry and has a proven track record of success. That's why, in addition to the previous analysis, many people are eagerly waiting for the Starlink project to debut on the public market. For example, John Spica, vice president of Hambrecht & Quist, said that SpaceX would be valued at more than $60 billion by 2023 if it successfully launches a satellite constellation. So what does Elon Musk have to say in regard of a Starlink IPO? Elon said the space satellite internet company will eventually go public, prioritizing small retail investors. But right now, the Starlink IPO is still several years off though, as it'll take billions in investments to establish the satellite constellation. In one of his trademark blunt tweets, Musk said, "Every new satellite constellation in history has gone bankrupt. We hope to be the first that does not." I'm the Market Monkey, and if you found this video useful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing and turning the notifications on. This video does not constitute as financial nor trading advice, and to be frank, you'd be crazy to follow the directions of some random gorilla on the internet.